Pay great attention, since this is where most people make mistakes. When you pull away, you assume she is unaffected. She hasn't given it much attention, but in reality, she feels it. The stillness causes her to have unimaginable mental health problems. She may act tough at first, acting as though she doesn't care, but behind closed doors, everything changes. And here's the real deal. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to handle this the right way and make her feel your absence like never before. At first, she told herself she wouldn't text you because she convinced herself that she didn't care and that she was fine without you. But now her fingers hover over your name in her contact list, debating whether to send that message. She may have held out for days or even weeks, thinking that ignoring you would give her control. But silence has a way of sneaking up on people, making them question everything. What does she do? She breaks the silence, but it's never a direct instead than saying, "I miss you," or "I regret what happened." She poses it as something light-hearted and indirect. For example, "Hey, I just saw something that reminded me of you," is a classic approach to start a discussion again without coming across as desperate. "Have you forgotten about me, I wonder?" She might leave a simple like or reaction to one of your old posts. She's testing you, emotionally poking to see if you'll engage, but don't be fooled. This is a test. She wants to see if she still has a hold on you. If you respond quickly, she might suddenly act distant again because now she got what she wanted. But if you ignore it or keep your response cold and short, that's when her panic starts to grow. This is how you know she truly misses you. Because if she didn't, she wouldn't feel the need to check in the first place, the moment she notices your absence. Her ego takes a hit, and that's when she starts subtly trying to pull you back in too. She becomes more active on social media. Have you ever noticed that? Right after you go silent, she suddenly starts posting more. This is no coincidence when someone misses you but doesn't want to admit it. They try to get your attention indirectly. She wants you to notice her without having to break the silence herself. So what does she do? She turns to social media, more selfies than usual, often looking extra good, as if she's glowing without you. Cryptic captions that hint at emotions like "everything happens for a reason" or "lessons learned." She might share song lyrics about heartbreak, longing, or missing someone in a way that makes you wonder if they're about you. She's creating a digital signal flare, hoping you'll notice. Maybe she posts a throwback picture from a time you were together, knowing it will catch your eye. Or maybe she shares a post about relationships, heartbreak, or self-improvement, things that she knows will get your attention. In some cases, she might even post pictures with other people. She uses a classic psychological tactic to get you to react. Not because she's moved on, but because she wants you to feel jealous and force you to do something, to make you think that she's already moved on. If you don't react, it means she's losing control over you three. She asks your friends about you to find out if she's really missing you, but is too stubborn to ask directly. She might casually ask your friends how he's been, or if he's been seeing anyone. The real question she wants to know is whether you're thriving or struggling without her. The funny thing is that the more she hears that you're doing well without her, the more it hurts. If a man really cared, he would still be thinking about her. So now she's beginning to wonder if I wasn't that important to him, or if he had moved on. Wait, what if he found someone else? The power completely shifts. She's no longer in control, and you are for. She expected you to be missing her, checking her social media, or maybe even trying to reach out, but instead you're quiet and unbothered, which drives her crazy. She shows up where you are, and this is where things get interesting. If she knows where you frequently go, such as to your gym, your favorite coffee shop, a particular club or an event, you might start running into her out of the blue. Nope, this is planned. She knows that if she shows up looking good and acting confident, you'll have to notice her. She may act as though nothing is wrong and act surprised when she runs into you, but she knows exactly what she's doing. Now that you know how to recognize these signs, you'll be better prepared to handle them in a way that respects yourself and preserves your power. Keep in mind that people's actions often reveal more than their words, so stay aware of the subtle clues they leave behind. 5. She starts dropping hints that she regrets losing you when someone misses you deeply. They'll begin to show signs that they want you back without directly saying it. Maybe she posts something on social media about wanting to fix past mistakes. Perhaps she texts you about a random memory you shared together, or even sends you a message out of nowhere saying, "I miss talking to you," the biggest sign she might actually apologize, even if it's a small acknowledgement, like "I know I could have handled things better," or "I didn't appreciate you enough. I never wanted things to turn out this way." At this point, her pride is crumbling. She realizes what she's lost, but the question is, will you give her another chance? That's up to you. However, if you want to keep her wondering, the best thing to do is to leave her with uncertainty. Once a woman truly realizes she lost someone she values, she won't forget it. 6. She becomes overly emotional or defensive. She played it cool and pretended that losing you had no impact on her at first. But as time goes on and the reality of your absence sets in, she finds it difficult to cope. She told herself she was strong enough to move on quickly, and she may have even persuaded herself that cutting you off was the right course of action. Feelings. Don't simply vanish. The more she clings to you, the more strongly she will respond emotionally when she knows she can't have you anymore. What does she do then? She becomes erratic in her emotions. She is uploading joyful selfies at one point, hanging out with friends and trying to prove to the world and to herself that she's doing better than ever. The next moment, her mood shifts. She might start arguing more with friends or family, or lash out randomly over something small that never bothered her before. Perhaps she gets frustrated over things that aren't even related to you. But deep down, everything is connected to the emotional stress she's feeling. Here's what's interesting. If you ever run into her or have some indirect interaction, you might notice her acting cold or distant. She might even snap at you for no reason. This might make you think she doesn't care. But the truth is, if she didn't care, she wouldn't react emotionally at all. A woman who's truly moved on won't feel the need to prove anything. She won't go out of her way to act distant, post cryptic messages, or try to make you jealous. The fact that she's emotionally unstable or easily irritated is a clear sign she's feeling something deeper but refuses to acknowledge it. This is where the power dynamic shifts, while she's losing control over her emotions. Believe me, that imbalance is making her go crazy, but you're remaining composed, focused, and in charge of your own life. A woman who is genuinely trying to move on will avoid places that remind her of you. She won't actively seek out places that bring back memories, but when she misses you and feels your absence, she will try to recreate those past moments. This is one of the biggest signs a woman misses you. She suddenly starts showing up in places she knows you'll be. You might be tempted to think it's a coincidence, but it's not. She starts showing up at places you frequent, even if she never cared about them before. If you always go to a specific coffee shop, she might suddenly start going there. If you hit the gym regularly, she might decide to join. If you have mutual friends and there's a gathering, she'll make sure she's there. She might even try to bump into you accidentally. Maybe you see her at the grocery store, even though she never shops there, or at an event you're at, pretending it was a random decision. She could also be walking in the same area as you. When she knows your routine, she wants you to notice her. She dresses better than usual, hoping you'll see her and feel something. She acts like she's having a great time, even though she's secretly scanning the room for your reaction. What she's doing is trying to remind you of her presence deep down. She wants to know if she still has an effect on you. The key here is how you react. If you approach her act excited or show that you care, she wins. But if you remain calm and composed, you maintain control. 8. She starts dropping hints that she's unhappy when a woman misses you but is too proud to admit it. She'll start subtly revealing that she's not doing as well as she pretends. At first she'll try to act strong, posting pictures of herself looking happy, going out with friends and acting as if her life has never been better. But slowly cracks begin to show. She might post a sad song lyric that feels a bit too personal, share quotes about losing something valuable, or even post a picture of an old place you used to visit together without any explanation. All of these. Here's where the real power lies. The longer you let her sit in that regret, the more she begins to realize that she was the one who messed up, and at that point she will have to choose between swallowing her pride and losing you forever. These are subtle clues that she is leaving out in the hopes that you will notice them and reach out deep down. She doesn't want you to be the one to break the silence, so she can tell herself that you were the one who couldn't resist, that you were still thinking about her. 9. She tries to make you jealous. When a woman is really missing you, but is upset that you haven't pursued her, she may use jealousy as a weapon. She may post a picture of herself with another man in the hopes that you will see it, or she may mention dating someone new to a mutual friend, knowing that you will hear about it, or she may publicly flirt with someone in the hopes that you will react. Here's what you need to realize. If she were truly over you, she wouldn't feel the need to prove anything. The reason she's making an effort to see if you are still interested in her is manipulation. She wants to see if you still care. She wants to see if you're still interested. She wants to see if you'll react emotionally, and the worst thing you can do is fall for it. The best course of action is to remain calm, because if you act jealous, text her, or react emotionally, she will know she still has control over you. The more frustrated she gets when she realizes her tricks aren't working, the more she breaks down and reaches out. This is the last stage. After all the social media posts, indirect hints and failed attempts to make you jealous, she realizes it's not working and does what she vowed she wouldn't do. At first, it might be something informal like, "Hey, how have you been? I wanted to send you a quick text, or even just to see how you were doing." But the truth is that she has been thinking about you constantly. If you handle this situation well, she will miss you more than she ever imagined. She begins comparing all men to you. When a woman is trying to move on, but really misses you, she may start looking for someone to replace you. At first, she tells herself she is ready to date again, and she may even go on dates or download dating apps. However, this is where things go wrong, because the more she interacts with other men, the more she realizes they are not as good as you, because you left an emotional imprint that she will never be able to remove. She initially tries to ignore it, telling herself that maybe she's just overanalyzing things, or that she just misses having someone other than him. However, over time the comparisons start to get to her more, and she realizes that not only is he different from her in terms of humor, but she is also different. Conversations feel forced, awkward, or just off, and she realizes that she is different when she was with you. There was a deep emotional connection. At that point, she begins to think about you even more, replaying memories in her head, wondering if she made a mistake, regretting pushing you away, and most importantly, she now knows for sure that you were irreplaceable. 12. When a woman misses you so much that she begins to live in the past, she scrolls through old photos of the two of you, watches videos of you two together, and recalls inside jokes that only made sense between you two. What does this do? It strengthens her emotional attachment to you. Suddenly, random songs remind her of you. A certain smell brings back old memories. She passes a place you both loved, and it hits her. She may initially try to hide these feelings, but no matter how hard she tries, she can't shake the nostalgia. What's interesting is that she begins to associate you with the happy moments in her life. The more strongly she feels this connection, the more difficult it is for her to distance herself from you. If she reaches out, it won't be because she misses you. Rather, it will be because she can't bear the idea of living without you. If this video helped you understand, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. If you want to know how to make her miss you even more, watch the next video on your screen right now.